Let's talk a little bit about what sexual mindfulness is. And mindfulness itself is the practice of all about being here, right now, connected to the present moment. When we think of mindfulness, we think of being so drawn into our current experience, knowing that we don't live in the future and that we don't live in the past, but we live right here, right now. This is the only moment that we have. Mindfulness is the practice of settling into that space, into that energy, and embodying it, allowing that to soak up within our skin, within our mind, within our thoughts, within our spirit, within our entire persona. Sexual mindfulness is bridging sexuality with that mindfulness component. And it's all about being so connected to our sexuality here in the very, very present instance that we are in. It's asking ourselves, what is my sexual energy like right now? It's asking ourselves, how am I feeling sexually right now? It's asking, what am I sexually interested in this very moment? What am I needing? What am I wanting? What am I craving? What am I desiring? What am I looking for or not looking for? What would help me to channel, to align with, to respect the sexual energy that I have in this current moment in time? Sexual mindfulness is all about being present and grounded within our sexuality in this instance. Sexual mindfulness is quite simple and it's quite beautiful, but it's also incredibly, or it can be incredibly difficult to practice, especially when we start to add in the social pressures that we experience as gay men and the hypersexuality of our gay community that places an emphasis on how we're supposed to look, the type of sex that we're supposed to have, the frequency of sex that we're supposed to have, who we're supposed to be having sex with, and where, and the performance expectations, the expectations of achieving certain outcomes. There are so many pressures that get added onto us across the board, and particularly in a sexual way as well. All of these pressures create a force upon ourselves that makes practicing sexual mindfulness incredibly difficult at times. Have you ever been in a sexual experience and you are having sex with somebody and you are feeling very connected, very in the moment, and then all of a sudden we're up in our head and we're thinking of, oh my God, I haven't come yet. Should I have come? Am I supposed to come? Does he like this? Is he enjoying this? Is my partner having fun? Am I having fun? Is this what they want? Is this what I want? Oh my God, am I saw this look on their face. What does that mean? What am I doing something wrong? Like, oh crap, I'm doing really bad. We start to go down this rabbit hole. We start to spiral. Then all of a sudden we lose our erection, or we're not enjoying it as much, or we start to get pulled out of it, or our heart starts to pound, and we start to get really nervous. We start to get sweaty. We start to get really uncomfortable, and then we don't know how to handle that moment. So we get embarrassed, and the humiliation kicks in, and then the shame kicks in. Then we feel really guilty. All of that is incredibly normal, and it's natural, and it's understandable for the type of pressures that our community faces, for the pressure that our gay community places on sex and sexual expectations. When we practice sexual mindfulness, we give ourselves permission to exist exactly as we are in this point in time. We say to ourselves, it's all okay. There is no pressure on my performance. I don't have to ejaculate, or I can ejaculate if I want. I I am allowed to do things that make me feel good in this point in time. If I want to do this thing and my partner wants to do this thing, and it aligns with both of us in this moment, then let's do it. If we don't want to do these things, or if I don't want to do this thing, then I don't have to do it. It's the respect of how we are feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, and creating experiences, creating boundaries of experiences that reflect that respect. Sexual mindfulness is a beautiful, beautiful practice. And through the practice of it, that's how we begin to heal through sexual trauma, sexual pain, past sexual experiences of hurt that might have resonated in such a way that lingers anxiety and that causes us to be anxious or that causes us to be nervous or that creates blocks for us for experiencing the type of sex that we want to be experiencing and having the type of sex that we want to be having with the partners that we want to be having it with. Sexual mindfulness is grounded in a healing component. And each and every time we explore a function of sexual mindfulness, whether we are aligning with our bodies here and now and engaging in some sensual self-touch, or whether we are going through a mindful masturbation practice, or if we are resonating with our partner in a partnered sex experience and are focusing on how the pleasure feels within our body, on how it feels on our skin, in our mind, in our sexual energy. All of those practices is the collective reminder for ourselves that I am allowed to be a sexual human. There is no pressure on my performance. I'm not being graded here. There is no rubric. There's also no rule book to what my sexual experiences need to look like. But when I can ask myself, what am I looking for right here, right now? What feels good to me in this moment? What does pleasure feel like in this moment? And how can I focus on staying within that feeling, that sensation of pleasure? That's how we can continue to heal through the collective hurt that we have been through and to start shifting away from a focus on that hurt and shifting toward a focus on, yeah, I'm a sexual being and I